As we saw earlier, context-free grammar, they have two kind of normal forms. One is Chomsky normal form, which we did see earlier. And the next normal form is GNF or Grayback normal form. Okay, so if you have the concept of CNF in your mind, GNF will be very, very easy. The first two rules are exactly same as in CNF. Your start symbol can have an epsilon. You think about any symbol, it can generate a terminal. The third rule, which will be a bit different, it is of this format. A non-terminal, it should have a terminal in the beginning followed by any number of non-terminals. So this is the rule for GNF. Only the third rule differs. Now, if you think in your CNF, it had this format. A should be XY. A non-terminal giving rise to two non-terminals. Here it is a bit different. You should have a terminal followed by any number of non-terminals. So let's check whether each of this is in GNF. So we have a grammar called G1. Let's take the first one. S is AA. Yeah. Rule number, I'll even write the rule numbers over here. Rule number 3 is satisfied. Okay. This also rule number 3 is satisfied. This also rule number 3 is satisfied. Rule number 2 is satisfied. Rule number 3 is satisfied. Rule number 2 is satisfied. Therefore, this is in GNF because each and every production rule, they satisfy the GNF conditions. Let's check another grammar called G2. Here also I will write the rules so that you get it easier. Rule number 3 satisfied. This is also rule number 3 satisfied. This is also rule number 3 satisfied. A gives epsilon. It very clearly states only the start symbol can have epsilon. Only the start symbol can have epsilon, which means this particular production rule violates. Here also 3 satisfied. B gives epsilon. Only the start symbol can have epsilon. So this also violates, which means this is not in Grayback normal form. Let's see how to convert a CFG to a GNF. The first thing is, just like your DBMS normal forms, if you want to have something in 3NF, it should be in 2NF. The same way, first thing, you convert it into a CNF. Now, the most important thing is if there is something called left recursion. Now, this is what you mean left recursion. Imagine you have a grammar like this. A is AB. It is recursive. This is recursive. And the recursion happens in the left side. The recursion happens on the left side. If you have such a grammar, you should eliminate it. If you have left recursion, you should be eliminating. Okay. This is also left recursion. This is left recursion. This is actually both left recursion and right recursion. But once you have left recursion, you should be eliminating it. And then you should be using your normal logic to convert it into GNF. So we'll just do a simple problem so that you understand how to do it. So please have this problem down. How to convert this context-free grammar into a GNF. So first thing what you have to do is check whether it is in a context normal form. Okay? Yeah, this is okay. I hope you remember your context normal form. Context normal form will be of this form. S can be epsilon, S can be xy, x can be a. This is your, sorry, Chomsky normal form. So first check whether it is in your Chomsky normal form. Satisfied, satisfied, yeah. So very good. It is in your Chomsky normal form, which means, it is fit for conversion. Now, let us check whether it is in a Grayback normal form. Okay, let's check whether it is in a Grayback normal form. Grayback normal form, if you remember, S can be epsilon. Yeah, this, and then it should be in this particular format. Grayback normal form. Okay. Now when you look, this is not in Grayback. Yeah, this okay, this okay, this okay. So it is in a Chomsky normal form, but the things which I haven't marked, XB, AA, SA, they do not follow your Grayback normal form. So you'll have to do your conversion. Okay. Now each and every step, you have to check whether there is left recursion. That is the most important thing in conversion to a GNF. So always check whether you have left recursion. Whenever you have a left recursion, do it away. So check for left recursion. No left recursion. Okay, you don't have a case of left recursion. Here you have recursion. ASA is recursion, but it is right recursion. You need not worry about right recursions. You need to worry only about left recursions. So here you do not have left recursions. Now let's start converting. Now, when you convert, always have in mind, replace your start symbols. Okay? Replace S. Always replace S. So let's start doing it. S is XB, AA. A is A. You have an S coming up over here. You have an S coming up over here. Replace that S. Okay. S is actually two things. So when you replace, you will get XBA, and you will even get AAA. B is B. X is A. We have replaced S, as I told you, each and every step, check whether you have a left recursion. Okay, so I'll check over here. No left recursion, no left recursion, no, over there. Here I do have a left recursion. So, okay. This is a left recursion. Okay, A is AAA. It is a left recursion. So you have to replace your left recursions. You have to do away with your left recursions. Now, before doing away with my left recursion, I can do a bit of a magic over here. Okay, instead of this XBA, I can replace it with ABA. Okay, I'll just quickly do a small replacement so that XB is AA, A is A. Look here, XA. So the right here ABA. This particular term, it satisfies GN. Even though you don't do it now, it isn't a problem. I just did it now so that I'm happy that at least one term follows. No, I'll be happy that at least one term follows GN. Here again, I have my left recursion. Okay, now you will have to eliminate your left recursion. Now, to eliminate left recursion, you have to introduce a new variable. To eliminate left recursion, you have to introduce a new variable. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I am eliminating left recursion. Okay, now eliminate left recursion, what you have to do is first you will have to introduce a new variable. Give any name. I'll give a name called C. Okay, replace with new variable, replace without new variable. Okay, these are the steps you will be doing to eliminate left recursion. Introduce a new variable called, give any name. Let's name it with C. Do replacement with the new variable and without the new variable. So let's introduce that new variable. So I'll write over here. S is XB AA. No change for that. Okay. A is okay. It is this particular production rule that I have my left recursion. So in this particular rule, particular production rule, I will be introducing a new variable C, and for each of that, I am doing away with this term. I need to avoid this term because that is where the left recursion happens. So instead of that, I will be introducing a term called C, and for remaining everything, I will do a replacement with new variable and without new variable. So let's see. AC with new variable. Yeah. For both of the remaining terms, I added up the new variable. Without new variable. With new variable and without new variable. So I've started off eliminating my left recursion. I introduced a new variable. I did replacements with new variable and without variable. Now I have this term called AAA. I simply cannot do away with that variable. Now I have introduced a variable called C, and C will have to do with my AAA. C will have to do with my AAA, and I am eliminating an A from here. Okay, so I will have an A lesser, because without variable and with variable, that new variable I will be writing it onto the right. The new variable I will be writing it onto the right. So I have, this is with variable, this is without variable. So I have done away with my AAA. I will no longer have a term called AAA. And now I just write down my remaining things. B is B, and then I have my X is A. Now if you look, things are much more better. I have no left recursions anywhere. I will not have any left recursions anywhere. I have done away with my left recursion. Okay. Now you're done with your left recursion. And now let us check which all are in Grayback normal form. Okay. So let's check which all are in Grayback normal form. This is in Grayback. This is in Grayback. This okay. This okay. Yeah. This isn't. This isn't. This okay. This is okay, this is okay. All these are not in Grayback normal form. Okay. So, an easy method which you can do is, see, if I replace this X with A, yeah, I'll just change my pen color. I'll just do a bit of easy works. If I replace this X with A, yeah, this also becomes in Grayback normal. Okay, AB, AA, one more term became a normal form. Okay, now the others I can't do anything with that. Now let us start from again from here, from the start symbol. You have a term called AA. You have a term called AA. You cannot have such a term. It should start with the terminal. It should be starting with a terminal. So let's try a bit of replacement. So we can have it like this. S is AB. You will have to replace this A with this particular A. So I'll have A, C, A, A, okay, A, B, A, C, A, A, B, A. Okay, I replaced my first A with this particular term. Okay, so now let's check. This is in gray back, this is in gray back, gray back, gray back, gray back. Everything fine. Okay, and then I'll write my A. My A already was an A in gray back. My A was already in gray back. A is AC, AB, AB, AC, A, B, A. Luckily, everything was in gray back. Everything here is in gray back. Now look here, C. I again have this term AA, which is not in gray back. That is creating a problem. So, I will replace it. I will replace it with this A. So I will have A, C. I will have A, C, A, B, A, C, A. Just replacing A, B, A. Okay, so this term I have taken care of. Okay, this term is also having a problem. Or, so this A also I will replace it with this A. Okay, so that will be a huge term. Anyway, I'll just write it down. A, C, A, C, A, B, slides are running only. A, B, A, C, AC, A, followed by AC, A, B, A, followed by AC. And then my other terms. B is B. B is B. X is A. So now let me check again whether everything is in gray back normal form. I'll just do a quick checking. Yeah. Gray back. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Looks good. Everything looks good. Looks good. Good. Therefore, in GNF. In GNF. I've converted it into GNF. This is my GNF. Okay, so you have a given grammar. You have to convert it into a GNF. So, as we saw earlier, the first thing what you should do is check whether it is in a CNF. Check whether it is in a Chomsky normal form. This is okay. This doesn't satisfy. This okay. This okay. This okay. Okay. So, these three, they do not follow the Chomsky normal form. So first thing what you should do is you should convert it into a Chomsky normal form. Just quickly do it. S is XY. When you have a combination, just give an extra term, which is a term called C. XC, P, what is C? C. C is nothing but I plan C to be N. Okay. X is, I'll have given another term called D, dx. Dx, M, D is nothing but M. Y is, slides are running away. Y, X, X, C, O. Okay, now let's check whether it is in Chomsky normal form. Yeah, it is very well in Chomsky normal form. I hope you remember Chomsky normal form. Now we have to convert it into Grayback normal form. Check whether you have any left recursion. Here, look here, you have a recursion, but it is right recursion. Right recursions you need not bother. Right recursions you need not bother. Okay, so now we'll have to go for substitutions. So before we go into substitutions, we just write the basic rules over here. S can be epsilon. These are the rules for Grayback normal form. S can be epsilon. You can have a non-terminal giving way to a terminal, and then you should have things of this format. A can be a terminal followed by any number of non-terminals. This is the basic set of rules you have to follow. So, we have things in Chomsky normal form, as I told you earlier. Always start from S. Always start from S to here. This doesn't follow the Grayback normal form. Each and every term. So very simple, replacement. Nothing but replacement. So I'm replacing X with this. Yeah. So wherever I have X, I'll write dx, Y, dx. X is dx, Y, or M, or dx, C, or T. X is dx, or M, Y is, okay, I'll replace this X also, D, X, C, or M, or O, C is N. D is N. Now, what I can do is, if you think sensibly, see wherever I have these D's, if I replace it with M, I'll have a non-term. I'll have it in this particular format, isn't it? So what you can do is you can write S as MXY. So that is okay. MY, D is nothing but MY, D MXC, and then P. Okay. So all these, they satisfy the Grayback normal form. X is, instead of D, I will write M. MX or M. Okay. Y, instead of D, I will write M. MXC, MC, O. C is N, D is M. B is M. This is actually an easy grammar because you do not have any of these left recursions. So let's check. Gray back, gray back, gray back. Yeah. Okay, okay. Okay. Everything is satisfied. Therefore, this is in grayback Norman form. There is an extra term M which I left out when I wrote it. This MC of this. So we have a given grammar. We have to convert it into GNF. So the first thing what you have to do is you have to check whether it is in CNF. You have to check whether it is in CNF, Chomsky normal form. So let's check whether it is in Chomsky normal form. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Good, good, good. So it is in Chomsky normal form, but not in grayback normal form. So we have to convert it. So as I told you, the first thing what you have to do is, if you have any S, substitute S. Okay, so I'll just quickly do it. You have S, X, A, B, B. B is small b, and then you have to substitute it with S. So when I do it, it will be XAB will be XAB and triple B. Okay, I smell a left recursion over here. XB A A. Okay, so now look here. You have a left recursion happening. This is left recursion. You have to eliminate your left recursion. Okay, so you know how to do it. I'll write my first as it is. I don't have any change over here. XA B B. Introduce a new variable. Let's give the variable a name called C. Okay, I'm giving the variable a name called C. Write it with the new variable, without the new variable. Okay, write it. I'll directly replace this B with X. Without the new variable, with the new variable. Okay, introduce a new variable called C and write down things with the new variable, without the new variable. The new variable is nothing but triple B with the new variable, sorry, without the new variable, with the new variable on to the right. And then my remaining stuff. X is B, A is A. Check for left recursion. You have a recursion over here, but it is right recursion. You need not bother. You even have a recursion over here. That is also a right recursion. You need not bother. We start seeing from our first variable, first production rule. Doesn't satisfy, doesn't satisfy. This also doesn't, this also doesn't. Okay, so what you can do is, let's replace. Okay, you can replace this X with an A. So this satisfies. Okay, so this is also okay. Now you have a problem over here. B everywhere there is a problem. So we will replace. Okay, so I'll write S is, instead of this B, I will write B, 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 A, B. I forgot to write AA, just remind me to write it again. BB, BAB, B. Then you have BCB. Then you have BAB. BABCB. And then my X is B, isn't it? So this will be a B. BA, the first term, which I forgot to write in the beginning. So now look here, everything satisfies Grayback normal form. Everything satisfies Grayback normal form. B, no change as it is before. I'll write it over there. Then I have C. I do have a problem over here, BB. So I'll just write down BB. BB is BB, BA, triple B. The same thing, I'm copying it down. BA, triple B, BCB, BABCB. So I'm done with this. And then here also I have to replace it with B, or it's going to be a very big term. But anyway, I'll replace it with B, BC, or BC, or BC, or BABCBC. Luckily, everything satisfies Grayback normal form. A terminal followed by many non-terminals. And then I'll have my X term, which is B, and my A term, which is A. In Grayback normal form. In Grayback normal form, if you remember, it should either be S epsilon, AA, or a terminal followed by many non-terminals. So everything follows that format. So very good. It happens to be in Grayback normal form.